And just when I thought 2020 couldn't get any weirder, just when I thought that the news couldn't get any more different, you know what I'm saying? Some more news has broken that when I heard it, I thought was like a joke, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to like a lot of the news that we've been hearing recently, right, it seems like it just has all been jokes. Like we've been hearing some trolling going on. Like if you think about it right, 90% of the news in 2020, you could chalk up to like being an Onion article in pretty much any other year, right? You would think that it was like a big joke, like a big meme or something. But this stuff is not jokes. This is all reality at this point, man. We are talking about real life, which is odd to say, but we are talking about real life here, folks. Now, in a turn of unexpected news that I never really saw coming, something that I thought would just never even be a possibility here, it appears that KFC has decided that they are going to be jumping into the gaming market. They have decided that they are going to be making their own gaming console. Now, what for, you might be asking? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure why KFC is doing this, because if you know anything about KFC, it's a chicken restaurant. A pretty mediocre chicken restaurant at that. They get blown out by Popeyes and Chick-fil-A any day of the week, but maybe that is the reason after all that they are going into the gaming market. But like the first thing I really want to bring up in this video is why is this happening? Because I can't figure it out. I cannot figure out a reason as to why KFC has decided to do this. Because when you're a fast food restaurant, you know, I can think of so many different business ventures that you can probably go on, like so many different concepts that you can have before like deciding, hey, let's make a gaming machine. But the folks over at KFC decided, hey, let's not try to make a burger. Hey, let's not introduce like, I don't know, something new on the menu. Let's not try tacos or something. They decided, let's go ahead and just make a gaming console in the year 2020. So obviously, KFC's gaming machine will be going up against the likes of the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, and the new Xbox Series X. I think that's what it is, right? Now, of course, PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo are all already established video game brand names. They've been around for decades at this point, and they're not going away anytime soon, most likely. So KFC at this point is kind of like the new guys on the block. They may be the most mediocre chicken joint in the United States and honestly, probably globally, but will they also be the most mediocre gaming franchise in the world? Yeah, that's yet to be seen. So there is some information though about this that has come out, and you know, the more that this all kind of comes to fruition, the more that I read about this, the more that I see about this, the more that I just feel like I'm losing my sanity, the more that I feel like I'm losing my fucking marbles. The more that I feel like I'm going clinically insane and need to be medicated. So I want to show you guys a quick rendition of the KF console, as it's being called. As you can see here, it's shaped almost like a chicken bucket. It's got some LED lighting on the bottom side, a power button. It's got like a modern rendition of like a gaming logo kind of thing on the front. It says KF console. You know, it's a nice, sleek, modern design. It looks pretty good. Nice shiny black color to it and everything. I gotta say, it could definitely look a lot worse. You know, there's been some absolutely horrible designs, especially in the video game industry for consoles and machines. This could definitely look a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? They could have definitely dropped the ball and actually tried to make this look like a bucket of chicken from KFC and just made like something corny. From what I understand, this is an original design. I've never seen a computer that looks like this. I've never seen a machine or anything that looks like this. So this does appear to be completely original and authentic. KFC's brand, KFC Gaming, is fully behind this, and this appears to be a legitimate product that will actually be coming out at some point. As a matter of fact, KFC and Cooler Master, who is, I guess, like one of their official partners on this entire thing, have both been pretty adamant about this product, so the coolest feature about it, though, is the fact that this thing will apparently warm chicken. I'm not kidding when I say that. This isn't a fucking joke. That wasn't something I'm making up for the joke. No, this is real. This machine will apparently have a compartment in it for you to be able to place chicken inside of for it to, like, warm up food for you. So you can be, I don't know, sitting there, you know, being a gamer or whatever, and you can just sit there and make food with your KF console, like, what? So I have so many questions. First and foremost, why? Why are we doing this? You know, why is KFC not focusing on fast food? Why are they making a video game machine? Second off, how is this going to work? Because if you know anything about electronics, heat is not something that you want with electronics. You want your electronics to be as cool as possible. You don't want to put any unnecessary elements in there that's going to add extra heat, so I can't imagine that they've put anything in there that's going to add or draw any extra heat. They're not going to put in like a fucking microwave or anything crazy into this thing. They're not going to put in any like heat plates. So I'm not sure how this is going to actually warm chicken efficiently. I mean, if it's just gonna be like a little place for you to set chicken in there and hopefully like the machine runs warm and it just naturally warms the chicken, I don't think that's gonna be enough to legitimately warm your food up, you know what I'm saying? Because if your machine, first and foremost, is running warm enough that you can like put food in there and warm it up to a temperature that it's like reasonably edible, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty dangerous for a machine. That I would say that would shorten the lifespan of your components. That could be dangerous for the overheating reasons, like, that just doesn't sound feasible in the long run, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not totally sure how this is gonna work, you know what I'm saying? This isn't a joke, like, this is gonna actually warm chicken. That, I guess, is what this whole front thing is, this little, like, square piece in the front comes down or something. Now, on top of that, the components in this thing are actually quite impressive. They did release some of the components that are apparently in the KF console. It, in all reality, is actually a PC, it's not a legitimate console with its own OS and stuff like that. It's basically just a gaming PC made by Cooler Master, and it's partnered with like Intel and Nvidia and stuff like that. So this thing is actually quite the decent gaming PC if this is all to be believed. As a matter of fact, it will come with an Intel NUC 9 Extreme Compute Element. It'll come with a Nvidia GPU, most likely like a GeForce RTX or something like that, an Intel CPU, a 1TB Seagate SSD, and Cooler Master even went on to make the claim that it was VR ready, it supported ray tracing graphics, and could handle 4K TV gaming and frame rates up to 240 frames per second. So at that rate, the KF console would not only play on par, bare minimum, with the new consoles, the PlayStation 5 and whatnot, but it would actually supersede them quite easily. If this thing's VR ready, is playing 4K TVs up to 240 FPS, this thing is blowing out a PS5, which is quite incredible to say in the year 2020, that the folks over at Sony and Microsoft and PlayStation and Xbox are getting fucking sunned by a fast food chicken chain when it comes to video game consoles, but apparently that's the world that we live in now. I don't know if I should be totally surprised. I don't know if I should be stunned, if I should have expected this. I'm not surprised. So I'm reading deeper into this. Apparently the chicken warmer resembles a grease tray, and apparently it can heat up what looks like 2 small wings using natural heat and airflow, and there's no word on whether it ducts out the fried chicken fumes. Another question I have, how would you clean this? Because obviously if you're putting fried food onto something, there's going to be a lot of grease, there's going to be crumbs built up, seasoning, things like that. So if you're just fucking sitting here putting this kind of stuff in there, dog, like, it's gonna get nasty, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna attract mice and roaches. Like, are you gonna constantly have to unplug your gaming PC and fucking clean this thing out because you're making chicken in it, bro? If anything, that sounds like a hassle, you know what I'm saying? Like, does anyone really want to spend time out of their day constantly having to do some shit like that? Like, that just sounds like a fucking headache, it sounds unnecessary, it doesn't sound, you know, it just takes away from it, right? You're already trying to get away from all the other shit in life. Do you really want to spend more time doing menial tasks that you don't want to fucking do, you know? At the end of the day, man, like, it isn't even confirmed if this is coming to market. I mean, like, they've released a trailer for it. They seem pretty serious about this, but there's no word so far on when or even if it's going to be sold. It hasn't even been confirmed to be going public. But even if it does go public, expect this thing to be a goddamn pricey machine. First and foremost, it'll likely be a limited time thing because of what it is. You know what I'm saying? And limited time usually means higher costs. And then on top of that, a well-equipped Intel NUC 9 Extreme costs about $3,100 by itself. And when you factor in all the other parts and stuff that are getting thrown into this thing and what it's going to apparently be able to do, and the novelty of what it's going to be able to do, and the fact that there will likely be limited supply, this thing will probably be thousands upon thousands of dollars, and it's going to be hard to get, and it's going to be fucking insane. But I just wanted to make a quick video talking about this, so thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus, make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members, your support helps my channel tremendously, and until my next video guys, this is Optimus Well, waiting on the KF console, and signing out.